Dreamers Welcome Podcast.
Dreamers Welcome Podcast, man. We back. I go by CEO Peso, live from Moves Media, blessed and highly favored. Got a real trapper, entrepreneur, go-getter. Man, the status level where he at right now, man. My nigga got a hell of a story, and I want y'all to hear it, and we're going to talk, man. We got JT James Turner in here. What's poppin', G?
What's up with it?
Coolin'. Came with the gifts, man. Came with the book, the clothing merch, man. We gonna talk a lot about that, but man, I appreciate you on the platform, bro. Bro, you be showing mad love, bro. I want people to know that shit. Like, my mans be active all the time, like just showing mad love in the city, which is what the city needs. Cause you were just saying it, like it's a lot of talented people, and you be fucking with it. So I'm appreciative, man. But talk about the book real quick. What's going on with the Hankin?
Well, this the book I wrote is called Hankin, In Love with the Game. And I'm gonna go ahead and give everybody like a definition of Hankin. In Dayton, people selling drugs, they call it Hankin. If a nigga was selling a lot of dope, they like, what I'm saying, I'm Hankin.
Yeah.
So what I did it took and put a positive spin to it, So I took the word Hankin and I made it stand for when you can supply the demand and consistently turn a profit. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Just like for you Hankin. You supplying the demand and consistently turning a profit.
Yeah.
So I try to take it, man, and really put like a positive spin on it because everybody uses it as negative. You know what I'm saying? And in one shape, form, or fashion, we all hustling in one way or another. You know what I'm saying? If you're cutting hair, washing cars, cooking, everybody hanking.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of wanted to make it on a broader spectrum.
Yeah, so you excuse me, you made it just more universal rather than how, we got introduced to it. Like you said, this on some straight just hood shit.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And shit, it's a dating word.
Right.
I mean, that ain't nowhere niggas ain't picking up Hankin out in Cali or no shit like that.
Take it global.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, so how long the book been out though?
The book been out 2 years. The book been out 2 years. I've dropped it in late 2019.
Okay. That was your first book?
That's my first book, but right now I got 2 authors up under me. I also ghostwrite, but I got 2 authors coming up under me. I got a female by the name of Carleia. She about to drop like a autobiography type book, and I got a guy that's incarcerated named Saquon Dean. He about to drop a motivational book. He been incarcerated like 30 years.
Damn. So
he about to tell his story and what I'm saying, how prison changed his life and. You know what I'm saying, the things he went through. He a pretty positive brother now. Being locked up for 30 years, you can imagine how to affect you.
I mean, that's 3 decades. So much shit done passed.
I did 10, so he did 3 times what I did, so I can imagine, man.
And so you handling the publishing and everything, like okay, dope. Man, so we bouncing around, but let's get a little bit of your backstory, man. Where you from, how you was raised, and just a little bit about yourself for people who don't know.
I'm from Dayton, Ohio, man. I was come from Westwood. You know what I'm saying? I was pretty fortunate growing up, man. And like we were saying, the talent in Dayton, man. I was fortunate enough, man. My dad was the manager of Ohio Players.
Word.
So I seen a lot and did a lot as a youngster growing up, and was kind of exposed to the industry and celebrities and music and different stuff like that. So that's probably where I get it from. But you know what I'm saying? I was born and raised in Dayton, man, and I done been through all walks of life, man. I done did everything under the sun except shot boy, messed with a boy, took some ass or messed with some kids, man.
Yeah.
So I pretty much done seen it all and did it all. So, and that was the purpose of the book, man. I had a story to tell.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a double-edged sword, man, because that made me be able to understand things from both walks of life, man. You know what I'm saying? And understand people's struggle and what people be going through.
Absolutely.
So, you know what I'm saying? I try to put a force and put a brand behind it, man. We try to get some money off of it.
Yeah. Man, so with your dad managing Ohio Players was a crazy fact. Man, so you was really exposed to a lot. You was around them a lot when he was doing his managing and all that.
It's a funny story, man. I was going to school. I had pictures with me and my dad. We had pictures of Jackson 5. I had a picture of me and my dad in the Jackson 5. I think Run DMC. I took him to school to show him off.
Yeah.
I ended up getting a fight, getting suspended. When I came back, they had threw everything away in my locker, man.
All the pictures and all
I
that.
lost the pictures,
and that's
man.
when it was like, man, that's no extra copies.
No
or if
extra
it was,
copies,
you know what I mean?
nothing.
It's no online or nothing like
Man.
that. Damn, man.
And I still be thinking about that to this day.
That's deep.
But yeah, I was pretty much exposed to, you know what I'm saying, celebrities, music. You You know what I'm saying? Tour bus life, tour life, all that.
Yeah. So now you got exposed at an early age, and then so you got a musical background as well, or what you was doing too.
I don't really do music, but I'm as far as like, I got an ear for music. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing where we touched on. We said it's a lot of talent in the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just got an ear, man, and it's just about consistency.
Okay.
You know?
So I like asking this a lot. So like, with music though, was it anything else that you was ever like intrigued in or wanted to do, or was it like coming up, or was it just always music because that's all you seen?
No, it was pretty much films. Filming. I remember growing up, I had a summer job, man, and people probably might not remember it, called Access 30. I think it's called I think it's called Dayton TV now. They do like
I remember Access 30.
Yeah,
I remember that on some. I was young too.
Yeah.
This is like super back in the G though.
and you could volunteer out there. You go out there and they used to film certain events in the city, like the Black Culture Festival, the River Festival, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was doing that, and that's when I kind of like really started getting into like liking the camera. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to get more behind the camera. So that piqued my interest. You know what I'm saying? Doing that. Mm-hmm. But after that, man, pretty much, man, doing my my teens, man, and my early 20s. I'm in my mid 40s now, but like, man, I did 10 years in the joint, so a whole decade. You know what I'm saying? I kind of missed it, so I'm really trying to catch up.
Okay, I mean, I don't want to get into how that happened, but what did that do for you when you initially had 10 years given to you and it was like taken away from your life?
Man, I thought it was over. I could never, you know what I'm saying, see myself doing that much time, but I just had to get in there and get it knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you say it like it was overnight. I mean, I get it knocked out, but it's like
it seemed like it went fast. You know what I'm saying? But once I be out and I be reflecting, and I've been out 10 years now, and I think back on the 10 years, like, man, that was a long time. But in there, man, you really don't count the days. You know what I'm saying? One of the rules they got, man, stay off the fence. You know what I'm saying? I mean, thinking about the streets and stuff.
Yeah.
But man, it really took a chunk out of my life, man. And at first, I was kind of letting that stagnate me and had me in depression because it seemed like I couldn't keep up. You know what I'm saying? Technology, computers, and stuff like that. But I'm really pretty much just trying to use it as a use it as something positive, man.
Yeah. So
you know.
So you was in there when a lot of the technology and stuff, I mean, it's constantly shifting, but you was in there when like a lot of shit was shifting from when you at first went and when you got out.
Yeah, when I first got locked up, man, cell phones was like rare. I mean, I had one, but you really had to have some money, didn't have a cell phone.
Right.
You know, they weren't as common as they is now.
Yeah.
You know.
Man, so in there though, like what are you doing to keep your mind focused and intact? Like what from your viewpoint, what was you doing to just stay solidified? Like, man, I'm just gonna buckle down and focus.
Man, I just really mainly just thought about, man, what I was gonna do when I got out. Like, what could I do not to come back here? You know what I'm saying? What could I do to teach people to learn from my experience? They wouldn't have to go through it themselves.
Right.
You know, so I was just in there, man, working out and reading. You know, and that's how I wrote the book, man. They said the best writer is somebody that read. You know, and early 2000s, that's when them street books first hit, urban literature books first hit. So, you know, I read a lot of the books. I read a lot, read so many of them that I was fortunate enough to get a job with Triple Crown Publications.
Okay.
And that was like one of the first urban fiction book publishing companies. So,
them the ones that was, oh my bad, but them the ones that was like, they do like short books with short stories too and all of that?
No,
like,
it was full novels.
Okay, I know somebody kept telling me about a book and it was maybe like 20 something pages, whatever. But it's all stories though. Right? Yeah.
Or they got some with short stories and they got some complete novels also.
Yeah.
So what happened was Vicky Stringer, you know what I'm saying? She was like the owner of the publishing company, and she had did some time in the Fed joint, and she had wrote a book and self-published it. You know, she was from Detroit. She got into the dope game, moved to Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, ended up catching the Fed case, doing some time, and while she's in jail, she wrote a book. So when she got out, she published it, and then she started her own publishing company.
Nice.
So what happened? She came to one of the institutions I was in and visited, and she was telling us about her books, which I had read all of them. So she was telling the story of the book, but she couldn't think of the author because she had so many authors. Yeah. So when she tell the story, I had read it, so I would tell her the title of the book. Yeah,
you knew it off top.
And she was like, "Man, you done read a lot of books." I'm like, "Yeah, I done read all of them." She's like, "You want a job?" I'm like, "Yeah." So what she did, what I would do was, if a person wrote a book no matter where they was at, incarcerated on the streets, if a person wrote a book and submitted to them trying to get published, they would send it to me, which is the manuscript. And I proofread it, see if it's a good story, and if it's a good story, I green light it, and then they look at it in-house. They was getting so many submissions in, they didn't have time to really look at all of them.
Hold on, so you reading down there every submission coming in?
Yeah.
And then you got the wheel of like, all right, this is a great one.
Yeah.
Send this through.
Yeah.
And you said that's called manufacturing.
That's called a manuscript.
Manuscript.
They send in. It's called the manuscript. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was fortunate enough, man, to have a manuscript come through my hands from a female here in Dayton.
Word.
And I gave it the green light, and they published it.
Nah, that's amazing, bro. That even with that type of responsibility on your hands, like, would you just like, because you had read all the books, you just felt prepared to do it? You was just like, man, I'm with it. Like,
yeah, I had read so many books, man. I knew a story is a beginning, middle, and end. You know, and I know what keep a person's attention, if it was good, if it'd be good or not, if it hold other people's attention.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically, you know, like I said, I was the one that's green lighting them.
Yeah, I mean, basically like A&R with artists and everything, just knowing like
right, but in the book world,
yeah, absolutely. And that's a good trait too to have dealing with film. I mean, because you know, in the stories and shit, you know how to construct a story. Then I mean, you coming up with shit, good movie ideas,
right?
Good scripts or whatever.
Script writing.
And I want to touch on that too again, because right now you we was talking about it before, but now you in college for
digital cinematography.
Digital cinematography, right. So with that, what is it that intrigues you about getting behind the camera or just the film aspect period? Like, what do you appreciate about it?
Man, I'm gonna tell you what really got me into it. When I first dropped the book, I was trying to find somebody to do me. I'm trying to always be innovative, so I'm trying to take it to the next step. So I was trying to find somebody to shoot me like a trailer, like a movie trailer, but it's gonna be a trailer to a book.
Okay.
And I couldn't find nobody to do it. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I wasn't fortunate enough to have been on the network with you.
Right.
And it's like everybody who I kept hooking up with, man, they was playing games or, you know what I'm saying, didn't want to do it. Or they just wasn't about their business, yeah. So I said, man, I'm going to learn how to do this myself. So I had watched a couple YouTube videos, YouTube University, and I love it.
I love it.
Right, and then by me being so far in technology, man, I really just couldn't grasp it.
Yeah.
So I said, man, I'm going to go to school for it. So then I started going to school for it, and I started liking it. Plus, I already knew how to tell a story, and I know that's what filmmaking is, basically telling a story, you know what I'm saying?
Literally.
So I started going to school for it, man, and fell in love with it.
Absolutely. Damn, man. So, just with you, like, not really understanding, you know, like it's like with the camera and everything, is it something like you like to accept a challenge of like trying to learn something new?
I'm most definitely trying to learn something new. That's why after I graduate this, I'm gonna double back and take online marketing.
Okay.
You know, and I know how they say a person can't do everything themselves. They need a team, man. I'm doing everything myself.
Yo,
man,
right.
You know?
I'm right here with you, bro.
I'm marketing it. I'm shooting it. I'm editing it. I'm writing the script. I'm doing the lights. I'm doing the sound. I'm doing it all, man.
Yeah. You was giving me gems on my pod. I just want people to know he be critiquing. I love it though, and because I come from the same aspect of like, you know, people dragging their feet not to do it for you, or I mean, I ain't say not to do it as if I ain't need no handouts, but it's like niggas they ain't doing it on the time we need to do it. So
right.
I totally respect that because that slowed up the process, slowed up the plans
Most
that niggas
definitely.
be having though, man. So, but yeah, so with the digital photography and then what's the secondary degree? Man, I keep wanting to say internet marketing. Is that it?
It's online marketing.
Online marketing. When I was about to go back, I think it was called internet marketing. It's all the same shit. Man, what you willing to grow with that? Like just having these degrees and doing everything. Like what's your end goal of like just having all of the digital aspects under your belt?
Okay, then the online marketing, that's going to play into place. Like right now, I'm really just on social media, sharing, posting, reposting. Right, when I take the online marketing, that's going to be able to give me a solidified strategy how to market.
Right.
How to market my books, my other authors' books, my films, my videos, whatever I shoot. You know, like you said, I'm just hungry for knowledge, man. I want to know how to do it myself. Even when I do get a team, you know what I'm saying? Even the boss should know how to. Even the boss at McDonald's should know how to flip a burger, fry some fries. So I want to be able to do it. I'm gonna delegate it, but just in case people quit and I don't like to have to count on people.
Yeah. I'm like it slow it down, man. It just take to me it like because it took me a while to even have a team, and I got like a super small team.
Right.
But it's like they got to know how to do it how we do it, or at least close enough to it so we can sit back and relax and understand it's getting done.
Right. And then the online marketing, it basically go hand in hand with anything dealing with film. You know, especially with everything going digital now, you know.
Yep.
And then everybody,
shit,
no matter you look, everybody looking at their phone all day.
Literally.
So
that's why I started this. It just was like shit. It's during the pandemic. Motherfuckers is watching more YouTube and shit.
Right.
You ever get overwhelmed from handling everything by yourself?
Man, super overwhelmed. Like I told you, I'm doing everything myself, man.
Yeah.
And it kind of frustrated me, man. It was kind of frustrating me. Like I say, the first step was trying to find somebody to shoot my trailer for me. It just seemed like, man, it wasn't no networking. Didn't nobody want to work together. So it kind of frustrated me, man, because you know what I'm saying, I do everything myself. But like I say, if it's going to get done, I'm going to have to learn it.
Absolutely.
You
know? Hankin TV.
Hankin TV, that's my YouTube channel.
Yeah. So how long you been building that, and what is it consisting of right now? What type of content on Hankin TV?
Right now, man, it's really just consisted of just short videos, cooking videos. I'm about to start dropping some vlogs on there. I'm about to start dropping some story times. I'm about to drop a story time now coming up. While I was incarcerated during my time, my mom died. And you know, so I ain't gonna get into here because it's a long story. But how they broke the news to me in prison, man, was devastating.
Really?
So I'm about to do a story time on my YouTube channel about that. But another thing we was talking about was consistency. You know, I haven't really did nothing in a minute, but my time's starting to free up. So I'm about to start getting all my media stuff flowing, and so I'm about to start uploading more content.
Yeah, and this is something that obviously you're gonna be doing all by yourself.
Right.
Okay. So
I'm definitely gonna link. I'm gonna link. You know what I'm saying? Build a team, link with other people. But right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to build my skills.
Yeah. And so up until this point, yeah. You haven't had a team though. It's been all you.
All me.
All YouTube mainly.
All YouTube. Social media.
Full sale and everything on social media. Man, that's fucking dope, man. So with everything that you got going on though, like what would you say is your ultimate goal for Hankin TV and for you, period?
Man, to tell you the truth, man, my ultimate goal, man, is along with my sub, but also help, man, somebody from my city get on. You know, when I'm on social media, man, even if I don't even know a person, if they from my city and I see they doing something, got a movement going, I'm sharing.
Why is that so important to you, though? Because you do it a lot, though.
Man, I just want to see somebody from my city make it, man. And it seems like other people, when I see other people doing their thing, what I'm trying to do, man, they motivate me. You know, so I just want to see, man, like I say, man, people feel to realize, man, how rich Dayton, man, Ohio is rich in history, man. We got a lot of stuff here, man, and we being overshadowed, and man,
it's annoying, man.
Man, it's just definitely annoying, man. And somebody got to break through. Somebody got to be the one to break through.
Yeah, and you didn't see some of the richest moments. Like I said, like I didn't know about your history with your pops being the manager, so you didn't see like some of the richest moments in Dayton.
Right.
That we deserve this shit. Because I was just telling my homie that, man, like I feel like Dayton is getting this golden era coming back around because so many people got the same mind state and is starting to understand now, like, bro, Dayton had and still got like one of the hugest impacts on like the music and everything.
The whole West Coast sound of G-Funk, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's us.
And but like everybody, like I just feel like enough people are starting to understand it, and we starting to really take like action into it,
right.
Which is really speaking about it more. Which with the right people is though. Yo, and I want to talk about the shirts real quick though. You pressing these up by yourself too?
I'm doing everything myself.
Damn, bro.
I'm not actually pressing them. I'm taking them to the shop.
I'm saying, though,
but
you doing
the designs?
Yeah.
But I'm in the process of moving. I get more space. I'm pressing them myself.
Literally, won't stop man. This shit though. But nah, damn, man. So. Like you just so involved with the city and everything like that. What do you want? What do you want the city to give back to you?
You know, all I want is, man, like I said, man, anytime I see somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's doing their thing, I'm sharing their post, man, and I can't even get nobody to share my post. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why motherfuckers act like they can't click the.
It ain't nothing but a click of a button.
You don't even got to put a caption with it. Just clicking and do that shit.
But I feel like, man, when somebody from my city blow, I don't want nothing back. I blow.
Yeah.
Because when they blow, believe me, everything I got going on, I'm gonna be somewhere in there. And
but do you think though, like, why do you think Dayton is just? I ain't gonna say the only city to go through that, but why you think why you think Dayton is like that? Why is it so hard for people to show that type of camaraderie with as simple as a share?
Right, man. I don't want to use those stigma crabs in the barrel, man. So I really can't pinpoint it, man. I really, you know what I'm saying? I know it's other cities, small towns, and other small cities going through this, but like I say, man, we rich in history. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, but I already know, as far as I'm dealing through, you're gonna blow in another city or somewhere else before you blow at home. You know what I'm saying? And back to your question, when somebody do make it or whatever, what do I want out of it? I'm a marketer. Like if the book I got, just say for instance, one of our local rappers blow. Mm-hmm. I put him in my book. You know what I'm saying? That might appeal to their audience.
Yeah.
You know, I got local authors in my book. You know what I'm saying? I throw a t-shirt on somebody in the video.
Yeah,
you know, that'll get product placement.
Yeah.
So it's the right hand watch the left, but they both watch the face. So, absolutely. You know, it's definitely going to come around in one way or another. So it ain't so much that I'm doing something to looking for something in return. As long as they do what they going to do, as long as I do, somebody going to make it. And we all, you know what I'm saying, pull each other up, you know?
Yep. And I pray just it be the right person that take it to the top, that understands like what the city needs.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's nobody that's like too selfish. That be my thing though. It got to be somebody who understands the logistics. To
reach back.
Yeah, they're putting on for the city.
Right.
Because I do know it's a few people around the city that's doing their thing on a super underground level, but not to that point of like, yo, nigga, this shit is stamped by Dayton, for Dayton, by Dayton type shit. Yeah. Man, so with everything that you have on your resume now, what you do, what's something else that you not doing that you gonna exceed to get yourself to? I mean, you got writer, publisher, author.
I'm pretty much cool, man. Really, the online. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
online marketing.
Yeah.
I think once I get that, I pretty much got all the tools I'm gonna need. You know, and that go back to show like the reason I'm doing everything myself is because like we saying, man, ain't nobody reaching back.
Right.
You know, so I just do it all myself, and that's the way I know it get done.
Yep.
You know,
literally, I love that. I wanted to double back real quick on the question about after you did your 10 years and getting out. You know, would you say that you was starting from like scratch, like from just?
Oh yeah, definitely started from ground zero, man. When I got out, man, I did 10. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things had changed, and basically, man, I really needed somebody to hold my hand and kind of show me the way. But I got through straight to the wolves. You know, I ain't using it as an excuse because, you know what I'm saying, I done learned from my experiences. But I basically, I got that. And that's another thing, man. I don't look for no accolades or no pats on the back, man. But I literally got out of the mud, man. I told you, man, in the beginning, I done did everything under the sun. Yeah. And for me to be where I'm at today, making the accomplishments I'm making, and striving to make other accomplishments, man, that right there should be motivation for anybody.
Yeah,
you know.
And I asked that to ask, man, like, because one thing about me and why I started this platform, man, is just showing the possibilities of like, no matter where the fuck you at with it, it's gonna be a way out. You can turn a detour into an exit type shit. But I just want to know, man, like at that time, being thrown to the wolves, like what are you telling yourself to not just cave and be like, man, fuck all of this shit? What are you telling yourself to just keep thriving after, if the stories are right, kind of feeling forgotten doing 10 years, or kind of feeling like, you're losing track of time and what's going on, trying to keep up. Like, what are you telling yourself to not get discouraged?
I mean, I'm a firm believer in, man, it get greater later. You know what I'm saying? I learned that earlier. You learn that in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'll be up today, down tomorrow, bounce back the next day.
Yeah.
Just don't give up, man.
Absolutely.
It get greater later.
Yeah, yo, damn, you just, man, I was gonna ask you, because I be asking this a lot, man, but what's a good quote to live off of? You done said so many in this interview. But do you got one that just another one to put out there? Like,
Yeah, most definitely the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's dope. I had to say it slow because I didn't want to fuck it up.
Right.
Man, bet, man. Well, man, I appreciate you on here, man. Man, bro, like it's really dope hearing your story, and like it's just dope, like, you know, because I went to Full Sail too, so that's always gonna be like a brotherhood of somebody who went to the same college, because I know that shit ain't no bitch.
Man, it's
like,
accelerated.
Yeah. So you doing accelerated shit too?
It's all accelerated.
Nah, it was motherfuckers that was like stretching that shit out to like 3-4 years.
Right, and then you gotta realize I don't got no technical background.
Yeah.
As far as knowing how to copy and paste and new folders, I had to learn all that on the fly fast.
YouTube,
man.
YouTube. Nah, but man. So I know we talked about the degrees and everything. Anything else that you got coming up for the people to know?
Just basically the book, Hankin in Love with the Game. I'm working on part 2. I got 2 authors. They working on some projects. They about to drop some they got some projects they dropping. Like I say, both pretty much gonna be autobiographies. You know what I'm saying? The brand is Hankin TV. But as far as the biographies, man, I think I'm gonna go with the publishing company, True Story Publications, because they true stories.
Yeah.
So the T-shirts. So basically, that's all I got. You know what I'm saying? Really coming up right now.
And I'm looking forward to that too. The Hankin TV, the content that you're gonna start putting.
Oh yeah, the content definitely about to be fire.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, because I mean, not to say like, you know, the time you did is entertainment at all, but you know, I like hearing stories like that of people who had it, didn't have it, and then got it back.
Right.
Just to hear what, you know, just shit, bro, just the gems that motherfuckers be putting.
And then another thing, reason the stories play a big part, man, because you know when you was growing up, your mom, dad, don't do this, don't do that, you'll go to jail. But a person who ain't never been to jail, they can't tell you, man, don't go to jail, man. You don't know how it feels not to get no letters, not to get no money in your book. Your mama dying there, don't nobody come see you. They can't give you them jewels to really, you know what I'm saying, tell you how it is in there. So, man, like I said, I want somebody to learn from my experiences, not have to learn them on their own, man, because it's crazy. You know, everybody out here right now, they preach and say to youth and this for the youth or whatever. Like I said, man, it's just a true story. You know what I'm saying? A person, you know what I'm saying, you can't change everybody. A person can take what, you know what I'm saying, take what they want off of it, shake the rest off and keep it moving.
Damn right.
So,
nah, and man, the way I'm gonna chop this up, man, I know it's gonna catch a lot of people's attention, because you know you dropping gems though. It's for real though, man. So I appreciate you, bro. Hankin, book out right now. Got the shirts, Facebook. What social media is it? What all is it?
Hankin TV all around the board.
Hankin TV. Hankin, HANKING.
It's HANKIN.
That's what I was thinking. Like
it's ING on the book.
Yeah, okay.
But you know what I'm saying? I got to thinking like, man, when I drop the anniversary edition, I'm gonna change the spelling. I just went ahead and make
the real way.
The real way.
Yeah.
At first, I was probably being a book out trying to be proper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I like, nah, it is what it is.
Well, that's for the masses. I mean, it's all for the masses, but Hankin though, HANKIN. Let's make sure we know. Man, I thank you though, bro.
Most
man,
definitely.
Dreamers Welcome Podcast. Y'all keep on dreaming. We out this bitch.
Dreamers Welcome Podcast.